I don't deserve to be an Autobot. Thanks. What are friends for, Red?
Okay, so here we have Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron trilogy, Inferno, and this is a Voyager class, hence the big box which I can barely fit in the screen. And we'll start off by having a look at the artwork. We have a nice picture of Inferno here in his robot mode, and he has the old water squirting cannon there, and at the top of the mountain we can also see the Ark up here. Marvellous. And on the front we have him in his alt mode of a fire truck. You can also see him in the window there, looking very snazzy. The side of the box has the Kingdom artwork, and the rear of the box has Inferno in both his robot and alternate mode, which apparently takes 17 steps to transform. The top of the box just has a logo, and the bottom of the box just has some gumph. Anyway, I have my Decepticon scissors and my unboxing knife, so let's open Inferno up. Normally there's a piece of sellotape up here. There we go. This is always the worst part of any unboxing, opening this tab without causing big damage to the box. There we go. Oh, interesting. Right, let's slide it out. And what other things are inside? Always check the inside of the box is empty, and in this case it appears to be. So we have got a smaller than usual small parts warning sheet. Warning, choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3 years. We also have an instruction manual. This seems quite simplified actually. This one is in green. I do like to see what colours we have, and I'm looking forward to transforming this. Where is the dreaded peg that everyone spoke about with Grapple? Is it these two? Are these the two dreaded pegs which apparently stick and snap off? Or is there another one? We'll have a look when we get there. So that is the instruction manual. And last but no means least, we have the robot himself with his Kingdom card. Let's have a look at that, see which one we got today. Oh, we have to cut that, don't we? Alright. I need my trusty unboxing knife for this. There we go. What we'll do is we'll pop that card out. Okay, so on one side we have a golden disc, and the other side we have Optimus Prime. And if we peel that sticker off, we can see the same Optimus Prime just standing there. So that did nothing. I thought it was meant to say how they ended up in the show, so it looks like he will be surviving and not flying through space asleep. Interesting. Alright, so here's Inferno and his gubbins. We'll cut his gubbins off first. So up here. Oh, these are separate, are they? We have a fire hose. We have another, try and do this like the makeup. You will focus. Another fire hose. Look at those tiny bits. We have his rifle, quite a nice one I might add. Look at these little parts here. These will probably go flying across the room when I cut this. I wonder if there's a way to store these. And these two little pieces. And then on the back, is there anything weird? No. We'll cut the robot out through two arm bits. That went all the way around. Another arm bit here. Around the cab front. Around the crotch legs. dodgy scissors. Another one. That should be him out. And now I think we just have to prise him out from the cardboard. Always fun, this bit, isn't it? We'll pull that forward. There we go. Sweep all the crap away. And here is Inferno, and I might add, at first glance, this one's amazing. I really do like this one, and it feels good as well. It might be the chunkiness of it that makes me like it. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to like this one, but first glance, I really do like it. Okay, so in this box, you get your Inferno. You get your holographic card. You get your instruction manual, small parts gumph, his rifle, 2 small accessories, we'll figure out what they do later, and 2 fire hoses. And that is Inferno unboxed. Let's review him and transform him. So here we have Kingdom Inferno in his robot mode. He obviously transforms into a red fire truck, and I would have to say that this robot mode is very, very handsome and very fetching. I think he looks very nice indeed. We'll start off by having a look at his head sculpt. There you go, I think his head sculpt is actually very nice. I do like the detail and the paint apps on this head sculpt. I also like his little head wings here. Here we can see Inferno from the front. Here he is from the side. Here he is from the rear. Let's move that. Here he is from the top. And everyone's favourite, here he is from underneath. Now I do think the paint apps and sculpted detail on this Inferno robot mode are actually very nice. I like the subtle panel lines all over the figure, and I like the overall look of him. I think he's a very clean looking robot. He doesn't look weird in any manner, and he also looks a lot like his G1 inspired or inspiration. There are a couple of issues I have with this figure in robot mode, and one is these big old gaps on the inside of the arm there. Secondly, his head does like to move up and down a little bit. This joint isn't the stiffest, but if we turn it around, we see we have some more gaps and things around the back of the leg, mainly on the inside here. There's a few gaps, but again, who displays their robot from the rear? Now, joint-wise, his head will spin, although I'm not sure why he'd want to spin that head, because he can't see past his shoulder area there. His arms will spin all the way around. They will also move out to the side, and part of the transformation is they will move backwards to the rear. The elbow will bend and also spin out, and the hand has a bit of transformation where it can turn in and out. He will also spin at the waist 360 degrees. The legs will kick forward and they will kick all the way back, if not more. They will also bend out to the side. The knees will bend at the knee backwards and a little bit forward. He also has some ankle rock. I say some, that's quite a lot, isn't it? He's quite a flexible little robot. Now, size-wise, he's pretty hefty. If I bring in Earthrise Cliff Jumper, you can see that Inferno is pretty much twice the height of Cliff Jumper. These two were known to be greatest of friends in the TV show, and that, as you all know, is a lie. Now, he does come with some accessories. First of all, he has his rifle, which will fit into his arm, and I think this rifle is one of the better looking weapons I've seen for any Transformer in a long time. The hollow bits work as part of the detail, and I think it looks very nice. He also comes with this bizarre spout, which will attach to the side of his head here. It will move up and down, and is generally pretty odd. I don't remember that being on the original. And he also comes with his wrist nozzle, very shiny, very chromy, and what you do is you turn the hand around, exposing a port which you can plug the wrist nozzle into, and there you go, you have Inferno's spouty hand. And I think Inferno is a very, very good looking robot. Probably one of the better bots in the Kingdom line so far, in robot mode. Okay, so let's transform Kingdom Inferno. We'll start by bending his ear wings back. They will tab in. Next, we rotate the hands into the wrists, exposing the ports. These can be quite stiff. There we go, there's one side done. There's the other side done. Next, we turn the hands so these wrists are facing forwards, like so. And next, we pull out all the backpack section. Should extend like so. He still stands. Next thing we're going to do is spin the head section around. Next, we'll elongate the feet to create the wheels. So these pull up and then push down, like so. Pull up, push down. They don't lock in, which is a shame. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to compress this back section into the legs. Make sure this top flap is open. This can be quite stiff, so push this all the way down. Should go in between the legs there, and that will push down. And then these two pegs will slot into these two holes. Like so. And that, there's a lot of clicking and banging going on. Just make sure that's all compressed in there. Something's having a click. Might want to pull this off as well for now. Next, we extend the arms down and then bring them around to the top on the swivel joint here, and they will tab in at the wrist. Easy. And then we'll flex the whole front cab section down and plug into these tabs here. There we go, one side done, and the other. There we go, pretty easy so far, hey? And then lastly, we bring the crane section down, which is very stiff, I might add. And that is Inferno in his alt mode. So here we have Inferno in his alternate mode, which I believe is a fire truck of sorts. Here we can see Inferno from the side. Here is Inferno from the front. Inferno from the top. Inferno from the rear. And everyone's favourite, from underneath. At first glance, I think Inferno looks like a very, very nice alt mode. However, I do not like the lack of ground clearance. I think this nub here hits the ground before this wheel, therefore making the rolling very, very poor. And I've wiggled around with this transformation a few times and I cannot make that leg come down any further. It appears to max out on the gap there, so you cannot bring that foot any lower down, which means that this ground clearance is intentional, and I think that is a little bit poor. Well, I say a little poor, very poor. They really should have done something a bit better about that. Anyway, that's my nitpick out of the way. At first glance, the colours and paint apps do look quite nice. There's some painted red areas here, which matches the red plastic. I like the windscreen on this one, the black. Excuse my finger smear there. A little Autobot logo on the front here looks quite nice. It looks like it should move, but it doesn't. The grille is also quite nice. And the grey plastic, again, is quite fitting. However, I do think the original toy had white plastic for all this. I may be incorrect. Please let me know in the comments if I am. We also have the little, what are these things called? Not sirens, they would be the things behind it, the siren horns. These are the lights. The flashing lights. They are silver as opposed to whatever colour they would flash. I think they'd be blue or red, wouldn't they, in real life? I don't know. Not seen a fire engine for a while, actually. The sculpted detail again is quite good. However, when you do look at it, there's a lot of stuff going on here. What is all this? We know it's the arms, but could it have been a bit cleaner? Possibly. Also, again, I do not like the way that this knee thing interrupts and fouls your ground clearance. The rest, however, looks nice. The ladder or spraying implement looks very nice as well. And I do like the way that you can stick his gun on the side. The wheels, again, are plastic. I really would like rubber wheels, but I think we all would. These hoses are separate accessories you can take on and off. There's no real weird hollow bits apart from when you turn it round to the back, and it does look a bit of a mess. There's a big gap here. You could stick anything in there. Like I said before, it doesn't roll too well because of that ground clearance. It's a bit of a rickety old wagon there, to be fair. And when it comes to some moving parts, we do have this nice crane apparatus which will lift up. I think it bends all the way over. And it will also extend, like so, and it will also spin. So you can't really complain about the moving parts on this one. Also, it has the little hosey nozzle which will come out. Is this supposed to be a ladder or a water sprinkling system? I don't actually know. So anyway, is that supposed to point forwards or back? I think back is probably... No, back doesn't work. Okay, it does if you do that. Alright, that's the way I would probably have it. It might be the right way, it might be the wrong way. You can store his fist nozzle on the side of the ladder here. And also you can store his weapon here. So all in all, a solid B maybe? I don't know. What do you guys think of the alt mode for Inferno?